Let's go over Taegeuk Yook Jang. And our objective is that we can do the correct hand, correct foot, correct stance, correct technique, and so on. All right, let's do it. 준비. Taegeuk Yook Jang. Ready? And 1. Good. 2. Good. So outside block. Yep. 3. Good. 4. Kick, step back, outside block. 5. Reverse, outside knife. 6. Front stance and stop. Arms should be close to body. Okay? Now, what we don't want to do is get too much into the boxing. Like, we don't want to be here. It's more just nice and relaxed, but up to the body. All right. Next, so outside block, high outside block, punch. Snap kick, reverse punch. High outside block, punch. Good. Snap kick, reverse punch. Good. Left foot returns, X in front of our chest, 5 seconds. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Make sure our feet are parallel. Good. Reverse outside knife with our right foot. Roundhouse key up. Step down. Turn around. Low block. Good. And this is where we essentially repeat the first part. Kick. Step back. Outside block. And then low block. Kick. Step back. Outside block. Good. Double knife. Double knife. Inside palm and front stance with our lead hand. Reverse punch. Step back. Inside palm, lead hand. Reverse punch. Right foot returns paro. Good. Let's do that again now. And what I want you to start really focusing on, we're going to just start off with one focus, and that focus is going to be stance. Okay? So while I'm counting, I'm going to emphasize the actual stance that you need to focus on doing correctly. Ready? Low block, front stance. Don't forget, front stance means we are 70% forwards with our weight on our front leg, and our back foot is 30 degrees. So basically what I like to think about is it's almost straight forwards. If you have to step a little wider for that to happen, great, then do that. Last thing I want to say, and I'll move on from here, make sure you're not stepping too long. When you step too long, you make it, I would say your stance is a little bit too long. Yep, there you go. You make it near impossible for that back foot to straighten out if you step too long. I would say yours is a little bit too long as well. There you go. And then don't overarch your back where you're leaning backwards. All weight forwards. All right, next, kick. Get into back stance. So when we are in a nice back stance, we have to do the opposite with our weight distribution, which means our weight is now pushed 70% back. Like you would be a little bit too in the center. I want to see more. What I'm looking at, more backwards. So that hip should be over that foot, and that knee should be over the foot. Yes. I'm wanting to adjust, but I'm not going to. Kneecap over foot. Whole body, watch me. Shift. Shift. It's like that little dance move. Yes. All right, moving on. Good. Nice little hip move there. Low block front stance. Good. Mr. Metzing, a little too... Yes, you got it. Good. Kick. Step back. Back stance. A little too long, sir. Good. Reverse outside knife front stance. It's all right. Good. Back foot should be closed, and roundhouse, land in a nice front stance. Good. And then outside block in, so high outside block, in a front stance. Reverse punch. Okay. Go ahead and slide back if you have to so you don't hurt yourself on the wall. And kick, reverse punch, and front stance. Good. Outside block, so high outside block, front stance, reverse punch, kick, reverse punch. Good. And then left foot returns, X in front of our chest, 5 seconds. Make sure we are overlapping. So we don't want to do too much of the pull straight out. It's more of an overlap. And then we're going to land with our hands 1 hand span away from our legs or our body. Okay? All right, reverse outside knife and front stance. Good. That's okay. So the way you remember is you just do the opposite as last time. Good. And then that fist will be up here like this. Good. Roundhouse step directly downwards. We're not going to land in a front stance. We just step down that a little bit shorter. And then turn around, low block and front stance. Good. Good. And kick, step back, outside block and back stance. Low block front stance. Kick. Step back, outside block, double knife. Good. Double knife. Inside palm front stance. Reverse punch. Inside palm front stance. Reverse punch. Right foot returns, paro. Good. Now, let's do that again. And now our focus is going to shift to starting positions. So we're going to really focus on clear starting positions for each move. Let's try it. Ready? Start. Good. Block. Kick. Start. So don't forget on that block, we're going to have a 3-step process. 1, and let's do it together. 2, 3, block. Good. And start, 2-step process. Block. Kick, start. 3 steps. 1, 2, and 3. Good. Good. And starting position, we're going to shift our weight, get into that nice starting position for reverse outside knife. And this is another 3-step process. So we go 1. Good. 2. Up, 3, out. Ending position is going to be on the side of the face. A little bit more turn. There you go. Good. Roundhouse, front stance. Good. Starting position for high outside block, which is a 3-step process. 1, 2, 3. Good. Kick, reverse punch. I'm sorry, you're correct. Reverse punch, sorry. Kick, reverse punch. Good. Starting position. 1, 2, 3. Beautiful. And then reverse punch. Good. Kick, reverse punch. And let's show that starting position in front of our chest. Nice X position. Go ahead and stop right there for me, please. It's a kind of a 2-step process. Our shoulders need to be relaxed all the way down. If you can turn your wrist inwards, that's great too. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Reverse outside knife. Here we go. 3, 2, 1. Good. Roundhouse, kick. Step down. Starting position is going to be a 2-step, 1 and 2. Good. Kick, 3 steps. 3, 2, 1. And starting position, 1 and 2. Kick, step back. 3, 2, 1. Good. Double knife is a 3-step, so it's double knife 1, 2, 3. Repeat. Step back, 1, 2, and 3. Step back, 1 and 2. Step back, I'm sorry, punch, goodness. And step back, 1 and 2, and punch. Good, paro. So as we build our fundamentals, this is how we make sure we're laying the groundwork so we have a good-looking Taegeuk Yook Jang. A good-looking Taegeuk Yook Jang. Okay? All right, let's do it again. Now what are we going to work on? We're going to work on making sure we are having good footwork. So first off, we must remember that we only pivot on the balls of our foot. We don't pivot ever on our heel. That's actually something you should remember in all athletics, because if you pivot on your heel, you're probably going to hurt your knee or your hip. So you want to pivot on the balls. Now, the second thing is understanding the importance of the weight shift. We've got to learn how to shift our weight appropriately. And this even starts on the first step. So for example, if I'm getting into the first move, I'm not going to just fall into it. I'm not going to go, okay? I'm actually going to shift a little to my other foot, allowing my left foot that's going to be moving to now float off the ground, okay? And this also will allow us to lock out into the front stance. See how that works? If we don't do that and we just fall into it, not only can you not have a good lockout, but you're going to possibly hurt your knee. Okay, let's do that together. So it's start, which by the way, when we start, we're going to look first. So it's look, hands, and then at the same time, you should be shifting your weight. Slight knee bend. I'm not saying get all dramatic here. It's just going to be here. Boom. Okay? And you're not going to really pull your foot in, which I'm actually doing that right now. Don't do that. It's just going to be here. Okay? Here, and then boom. And then once you're like going forwards, once you're moving forwards, you're going to bend your knee a little bit more. So it's like this. See that? And then once you land in that spot, you have that nice knee bend where you go like this. So then you get that bop, that pop. Okay, let's do it together. Start, slight knee bend, forwards, lock. Good. See how when you lock that foot, when you lock that leg, guess what happens? That back foot straightens out like it's supposed to. Okay? All right, and then now we're going to kick. This foot should open about 45 degrees. Okay, and then we're going to get in our starting position. And then once we are about close to stepping backwards, our front foot is going to straighten back out. Okay, let's do that together. Straight. So that foot will straighten out. So you go from here, see what I mean? And then you go, bam, and then you straighten it out when you block. Good. Let's move on. So we shift. Remember that weight shift. Shift, look. This is very difficult, especially if you don't have flexible joints like me, because I don't have flexible joints. We're going to shift and then lock. Okay? Open. So let's say we kicked, and then it's start bending, and then bam, and then it locks back to the straight position. And then we shift. Foot did not pivot yet. Don't start moving that foot yet. Here, and then boom. So we lock that foot, that leg out. Roundhouse, pivot, bend, shift. Okay? Shift, start, lock, punch. Open, start bending a little bit down, and then lock. Good. And then we shift, looking, and then boom. Twist that back foot. Punch. Open. Start, which ideally it's straight, and then start, and then shift, close. Good. Now this is the hard one. Watch this. When you try to like go from here back to here, it's so difficult to not do this. How does this happen? You got to be here. So after you're here, it's like this. Shift. See that? We never want to pop our heel up, by the way. I should have said that earlier, but we don't want to pop that heel up. So it's here, foot, pivot, here. Yes. Poomsae is a workout if you do it correctly. Start, so we start shifting. So I kind of shift here, and then lock. And the interesting about this part is you actually are going to go from straight to open, as opposed to open to straight like we usually do. So it's here and then open. Okay? All right, roundhouse, key up, and then we step just directly down. Okay, not too far away. And then shift. You see, look, bending that leg. Lock. Good. Make sure you close that back foot. Open, so kick, open the front foot. Start, close it. Good. Shift, starting position. And pop it. Good. Open, straight. Good. Shift, start. So that foot didn't move yet. Do not pivot yet. Okay? And then when you block, close it up. This is a difficult one right here because you have to shift and you ideally aren't turning that foot yet until, boom, you block. Okay? And then we shift again. Start, and then straight. Punch. Shift without popping the heel. Straight, punch. Right foot return, so that's another one. You're not going to go like this. Boom. So it's shift, back to straight. Okay? Woo, that's a workout. Let's try it. So we reviewed 3 things in that lesson. And we're going to do it all, see if we can do it all together. Correct stances, correct starting positions, and correct footwork. So we're going to do our best to keep our feet flat during this process. Okay? Let's do it. So we have starting position, stance, flat feet, good pivots. 1. Wow, already looking a lot better. 2. 3. 4. 5. You know how long it took me to remember which hand and foot? 20 years. All right, turn your wrist a little bit up more. So you're doing this thing. Remember we talked about the never do this thing? Always try to turn it the other way. Good. All right, roundhouse. Nice front stance. All right, outside back punch. Shift. Boom, boom. Good. Kick punch. Good. And outside back punch. Doing better on those heels, by the way. Kick punch. Good. I call it the King Tut, like King Tut laying in his tomb. And go. There you go. 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Good. Reverse outside knife. Good. You had the correct hand. Good. And roundhouse key up. Good. We need to learn how to key up with our mouth closed. All right. Kick, outside block. Low block. Kick, outside block. Double knife. Double knife. Outside punch. I'm sorry, inside palm punch. Good. Inside palm punch. All right. Doing much better with your feet, guys. Woo! In review, work on those starting positions. Make sure you're doing the correct stance. And ultimately, work on those nice, smooth transitions with our heels down on the floor, pivoting on the ball of our foot, and then ultimately ending in that nice angle or the straight angle like we should for that stance. Nice work.